nonfiction readers. We are continuing today with our practice of nonfiction reading. Again, we read nonfiction books so that we can learn and that we can find out new information. Follow along as I share my screen. So I want you to notice something important about the anchor chart that we've been looking at. Yesterday, we learned how to rev up our minds before reading nonfiction. We read text features and we thought, what will this mostly be about? We previewed our books. We took a look at our books before we sat down to read, noticing those text features and knowing that those text features can tell us what our books are going to be about. We also recalled prior knowledge so that we could build expectations. We recalled what we know about nonfiction books, specifically expository. We really thought, well, what's an expository text like? But we also considered that we might know things about gorillas, so perhaps those things will be in this book, something similar. We also recalled prior knowledge and we built those expectations in the sense that we are becoming experts at learning how to be nonfiction readers. I want you to notice something important about the anchor chart. I want you to notice that it says rev up your minds before reading nonfiction. You want to rev up your minds before reading nonfiction. Well, today we're learning what we're doing while reading nonfiction, during reading nonfiction. Today, I'm going to teach you that the readers of expository text pause when they make summaries. Pause after a chunk to grasp the main idea and supporting details. We know, because we learned last week, that in our text we can find the main idea and supporting details to support that main idea. Well, you should be pausing during your reading to think about what the main idea is and how you know. This will help you remember what you read. We should be making little summaries in our minds. Doing this helps readers take in and remember the most important things in the text. You can kind of put it like we have been in boxes and bullets. Just a way to organize. Readers need to pause after chunks of text to summarize. You can do this with a couple different tools. You can do it writing it down in your notebook in a box and bullet sort of way, or you can just quick use your hand in some instances. You could put the main idea here in your palm. Say what the main idea is and then give your finger reasons why. What I mean is, we have 5 fingers and 1 palm. We put the main idea, that one main idea, in our palm, and then we can give a supporting detail on each finger as to why that's our main idea. Supporting details go along and help support that main idea. We can just list off supporting details really easy like I'm doing right now. We just need to be thinking the whole time, what did I read? You need to be doing it. It'll make you a better nonfiction reader, and it'll make you a better reader in general. Think to yourself, what did I just read? Again, you can put that idea up here and then give details that support it underneath. Let's try together. You all have been reading this Gorillas Expository with your teachers, and I've been referencing it a lot. I want to reference it again today. You can follow along or listen to this part of the text while I read. What adaptations help gorillas survive? I'm already wondering if that's what this is going to be about. Over time, gorillas have developed characteristics that help them survive in the forests of Africa. These characteristics and behaviors are called adaptations. Mountain gorillas possess slightly different adaptations than the land gorillas. I have to stop because I know what my main idea is. I'm going to write that main idea down first. My main idea is that and I'll scoot you over so you can see. Gorillas' bodies are adapted for jungle survival. And remember, that's a sentence. My main idea is a sentence. If it was just a topic, it would be gorillas' bodies or adaptations. No way. We're third graders. We're doing gorillas' bodies are adapted for jungle survival. Our main idea is a whole sentence that summarizes or retells what my text is going to be about. Now, we have to be on the lookout for those supporting details. I'm going to keep reading. Arms and legs. A gorilla's long arms and short legs make it easy for it to walk on all fours. This way of walking spreads out the gorilla's heavy weight onto both its arms and legs. If a gorilla had to walk on just its legs, its bones, knees, and hips would soon wear down from the weight. Okay, so now I have to think, what is the supporting detail that helps our main idea? I'm going to make a bullet that says their long arms. You know what? And then I'm going to say a little bit more. What about their long arms? Well, underneath that, I can put that their long arms help them walk. I'm also going to say that they help them reach food because that's what I read. Let's move on to read about the gorilla's hands and feet. Gorillas have opposable thumbs and opposable big toes. This means that the thumb and big toe can face and touch the other fingers and toes. This allows gorillas to grasp small objects such as insects and vines with their hands and feet. The gorilla's grip also allows them to hold their babies carefully, peel stems, and build nests for sleeping. Wow, that whole section was about their hands and feet. It's about their hands and feet, but I could say more. I have my main idea, I have my supporting details and bullet points, and then I'm saying more underneath. I have to say more. Okay. I'm going to add that their opposable toes and thumbs help peel. I learned that from my reading. It's more specific. And they also help carry kids. Notice how I set that up. I have my main idea, and I'm going to stop my share so you can really look at it. I have my main idea. Gorillas' bodies are adapted for jungle survival. First, we're talking about their long arms. So then I put my information down here, even more information. Gorillas' bodies are adapted for jungle survival. So their long arms. What about those long arms? They help them walk. They help them reach food. Okay? Now their hands and feet. What about their hands and feet? Well, they help them peel and they help carry kids. It's just a way of organizing my information. If I go back and I look at this, I could even add another section. I could finish reading and it says, look out for those teeth. So I'm sure my next supporting detail would be about the teeth. We aren't going to do that now because you're going to do it on your own later. So to learn from expository texts, we pause after a chunk to grasp the main idea and supporting details. For now, I really want you to focus on that main idea and how you would chunk up what you read. Our main idea is that gorillas' bodies are adapted for jungle survival. Our supporting details, they have their long arms and they have their hands and feet. Here's my supporting details on those bullets. I can always say more underneath about that supporting detail, and we'll learn more about that as the week goes on. Again, don't forget what we do before we read. We have to read text features and think, what will this mostly be about? And we also have to recall prior knowledge. While you're reading, you're summarizing. Do you see what I mean when I say that you can't just sit back and leisurely read a nonfiction book? We really have to put a lot of work in. And you know what? That work is fun to do because you are learning so much with every page and every main idea that you come up with. Really give this your best effort. Nonfiction books are very fun to read because we read them in such a specific way. We have jobs to do before we read nonfiction, and we have jobs to do during. Be responsible for those jobs and really tackle your nonfiction books.